Yeah, and we're going to be speaking to one of them later as well. That's Eberechi Eze. And do you know what? It's always a nice moment when a new recruit walks up the steps here at St George's Park and heads out with his teammates for the first time. There he is, look, just behind Mark Gay. And he looks very comfortable, you have to say. He looks focused, doesn't he? I mean, this is his first England call-up. And Southgate has said that he's been very close to a call-up in the past. And so I don't think this will have come as any huge surprise that he's involved now. But he says himself, this is the level of his confidence, that he's in the best form of his life. 6 goals and an assist in his last 9 matches of the season for Crystal Palace proves that. And we'll hear from him live on Sky Sports News at about 4 o'clock later on. How does he make... It's interesting, isn't it? He's in the same group as Harry Kane leading that line. So if he wanted an introduction to England senior men's football, he's got the main man with him right there. Will he make his debut? Well, look, I think there's a good chance that he might get some game time against Malta in this opening game. If the game's going as Gareth Southgate would want, that's the sort of match that he might throw Eberechi Eze into, but it's incredibly competitive in those attacking positions for England, isn't it? But of course, with the Manchester City guys absent, that leaves a little bit of a gap where Eze might get his shout. The other new man, of course, is Levi Colwill, and I think we have to put this into context. Colwell's been promoted from the under-21s, and he's certainly been in England's seniors' thoughts. There he is, look at the back of that group, just turning around. Well done to Dan, our cameraman, for spotting him. But he's really here, not to make up the numbers, that would be wrong to say, but with those Manchester City absences and with Dunk and Bellingham not available, England didn't have the full quota to train, and so they thought it was an ideal situation where Colwill could come and have a look at what it's like in the senior squad, and England could get a look at him, and also mean that they can have a meaningful training match later on today. Remember, England's under-21s name their squad for the upcoming European Championships tomorrow, and I would fully expect Levi Colwill to be included in that squad. But what a moment for him now, 20 years old, training with the men's senior squad. Quite a moment with some of the sponsors and fans looking on in the background. So that's Colwill. Eze we will hear from live on Sky Sports News later on at about 4 o'clock. And these England players haven't had much of a holiday, have they? All right, for most of them it might have been nearly over 2 weeks since they last played a competitive game in the Premier League. They'll have had a bit of a break, but Southgate's made it very, very clear to them this is where the real business starts again. He wants everybody on it. He wants everybody here as part of the squad to build that kind of game mentality and tactical prowess that he wants that could see England do well in next summer's Euros. And just that little stat to remind you of right at the end there. The Euros. Euro 2024 starts a year tomorrow. England haven't qualified for it yet.